Hello and welcome to the ScatterVolt channel, and today I want to show you my brand new gaming and filming setup as well as new studio. So I don't know if you've checked out the channel recently, but I have been releasing a series of vlogs that have sort of been leading up to an official full sort of tour guide of what I've been working on and what to expect as far as content and what sort of new sets you could be seeing on the channel for the next 2 years. So in this video, I'm going to be covering, of course, the main attraction, that being my main desk behind me, as well as my secondary B-roll desk right there, which is very cool. And then a third B-roll desk on my other room in front of a window, kind of like a nature desk, similar to what I had in my old apartment, as well as some extra things that I can mess around with. If you guys have any sort of ideas for what I can kind of put in my studio or, kind of gaming setup, totally feel free to drop them down. I'll totally read them. But any sort of extra space I might have, I may consider those fan suggestions. We'll see. So more or less, those 4 things are what I'm going to be showing off in today's video. And before I get into any of that, I want to give a ginormous thank you to the sponsors who've helped make all of the stuff you're about to see possible. So a ginormous thank you to Anthrodesk, Viewsonic, Aukey, Cougar, and to UGREEN and G.SKILL. Thanks to all those guys, everything you're about to see has pretty much been brought to life finally, and what I'm about to show you guys is about 85% of where I want it to be. I'm pretty impressed with what I've come up with so far as my setup, my filming stuff, and my desks and all that. So I'm really happy with what I've gotten, and again, ginormous thank you to those sponsors who've made all of this very much possible. So if you enjoy setups and gaming tech like this, then most definitely subscribe to the ScatterVolt channel. We're here for all that sort of stuff, as well as, we got a brand new studio and new house, so a lot of cool things are to come. So if you want to stay tuned for that, then click that subscribe button, and just so you don't miss any videos, hit that bell notification, because YouTube is funky when it comes to sending out subscription notifications. And if you feel compelled to upgrade this video in the algorithm, then totally feel free to like it. That'd be much appreciated. So before I get into the main attraction, I want to start building it up by covering the other desks that are inside of the filming studio as well as the house. So on the secondary desk, which is literally right behind the camera, I have an Anthrodesk dual motor standing desk in front of some white 3D panels with some RGB lights shining on them. Now this is the secondary B-roll desk that can move up and down, and it's also the live desk, so I can pull it out into the middle of the studio, do any sort of live PC building or PC standoffs, whatever you want to call it. Just basically make it like a desk that I can stand and use it at the same time. But like I said, that desk right there is dual motor, and it can carry weight. So if you were interested in using that Anthrodesk dual motor desk for your own personal setup, do not worry about weight. That thing can carry, like, here's the Cosmos case on it. It's moving up and down easy with no hassle. So that dual motor system behind that desk is not kidding. It sounds like an ATST when it's moving up and down. It's pretty beastly. And if you're curious about the wooden desktop that's on top of it, that was custom made for me from some person here locally in Northwest Arkansas. I'll totally link him if you want to check him out if you live near where, he lives. But he did a fantastic job on this wooden oak desktop that looks so great, and I think provides a new dynamic that I think was needed with the channel, because for the longest time we've always had those white desks and nothing's changed since then. So now having a wooden desk like that, it's going to change a lot of things. So I'm really happy that the Anthrodesk dual motor desk with that custom wooden desktop turned out so well, on top of the 1800 lumen RGB lights that are connected underneath it, shining up into the 3D panels that are white. It's just something cool. And of course I want to master my sort of dark light photography and filming to get it to where those RGB lights are really the main thing, and the ISO and the product look really cool at the same time. I'm trying to master that down so I can give you guys some cooler shots of your favorite things you see on this channel. So that's the second desk. And the other desk I'm going to show off is the nature desk. Now this is in my own personal room that has a window that kind of overviews a series of trees. It's really cool and beautiful, and it's very reminiscent of my old apartment where I had that huge overview of trees and that road. Though now there isn't a road, and it's just trees. And actually I think it works a little bit better, because for the daytime of where that desk is, the sunset, it'll actually capture the sunset going down, which might be something very cool to explore with in future videos. So if I want to pull off like a video that isn't super RGB-ish, or you know, looks more simple and refined, I could totally use that desk. And aside from that, there are two more white walls I can totally mess around with. One of them being right here. This is a white wall that I need to fill up with something. I don't want to put sound panels because I have a wall dedicated for that probably won't be seen in most videos. So I'm thinking maybe like a 5-panel wall art right here. And for the other extra space, there's actually a space outside of this room and kind of like the main lobby of the upstairs where there's another white wall that I could throw another desk on. But I don't know what I want to use that for. So if you have any suggestions for what to use on this space here, then let me know, because I'll take any suggestions. So those are the other desks, and now let's go ahead and talk about the meat of this video, my new personal gaming and editing setup. So the first thing I want to cover behind me is the monitor, because it's different and I like it way better than my old monitor setup. So here I'm rocking the Viewsonic XG350RC. This is a 35-inch ultra-wide gaming monitor that has a resolution of 3440 by 1440 and has a Hertz refresh rate of 100 and AMD FreeSync. It's quite the monitor actually, it's pretty beefy, and the biggest thing I've noticed from it so far is the gaming experience is so much more immersive. Like, I kid you not, I've thrown a few friends on this gaming monitor on Forza and PlanetSide 2, and just the field of view just engulfs you and like sucks you in. Like, I could totally game on this for a while and I would not be irritated at all with the ultra wide resolution. It just engulfs you in and keeps you engaged. It's really cool. And productivity is also pretty lit too, because with a custom snapping grid with this monitor, I can have 3 window panels side by side, which is something really cool and quite convenient. And I think just more aesthetically pleasing than having 2 separate monitors right next to each other with that straight up line in the middle, because you know they're separate. I just think having this really ultra wide solution is much more pleasing and better to work with, and way better to game with as well. So if you're looking for something high end and ultra wide, definitely check out this monitor behind me. It is most definitely one to watch out for. So that's the monitor, and now I want to talk about this guy right here. So for you longtime fans of the channel, you may have known that in my old setup at my parents' house, I was using a Cougar gaming chair for a while. And whenever I moved into my apartment, I couldn't bring that chair in because it was just, you know, pretty big, didn't want to move it up, and it wouldn't really fit inside my room since I had my filming and living room in one space. But now with having separate rooms, I have a lot more room to work with. And with that, I have a brand new gaming chair I want to show off, which this thing is a beast. Now I know gaming chairs have become a little bit of a meme as of recent. I know PewDiePie totally memed his $399 chair. That, I mean, that is so expensive. And for a while, I think people ridiculed gaming chairs, but my opinion on them actually has changed thanks to this Cougar Titan Black gaming chair, because this thing is the captain's chair. It is actually comfortable, guys. Like, there's back support, lumbar support, you name it. The materials on this thing feel so nice. If you're gonna get a gaming chair, you might as well get this. Like, I don't know what Omega Labs or what other gaming chair manufacturers have in store, but the look of this chair, I think, just matches the setup. It matches the black and gray and partially white look, because this chair is just straight up black with like a little bit of carbon fiber detailing on it. It looks great. I really love it, and it is so comfortable. And every friend that I've had so far that's sit in this chair has most definitely been just succumbed to how comfortable it is. So after using this gaming chair for a while, I have faith again in gaming chairs, and Cougar does do quite a great job on these. So if you're checking out a gaming chair, look at this. So that's the monitor, that's the chair, and now let's quickly talk about the peripherals, because what I have here is a little bit out of the norm. So what I'm rocking for the keyboard is the G.SKILL KM360 Black. Now, believe it or not, this keyboard I'm about to show you, it's $50. That is very cheap, and these are using Cherry MX Red switches, so it is a mechanical keyboard. Yes, it is a 10 keyless one, but $50 for this? I actually find it really attractive, because if you look at the setup behind me, it's really minimalistic, nothing much is going on. I don't want to totally concoct it with RGB as far as the peripherals go, but the simple look of the KM360 with just white LEDs. So, you know, nothing RGB barf heavy. at $50 over a USB Type-C connection, I'll take it. I was wanting a wireless keyboard, but that for 50 bucks with Cherry MX Reds, which are my preferred gaming switch, sold, man. I mean, it looks great with the setup. So since looking at gaming mice now and how competitive the YouTube scene has been for reviewing those, I most definitely don't have the best credentials for choosing out the best mice, but from what I've obtained, the mouse, I think that would be best for me, especially since I'm going to be gaming a lot on Halo Master Chief Collection, where there's not just horizontal movement, but a lot of vertical movement, right? So not your typical CSGO horizontal landscape. I think the G305 wireless is going to be the best thing for me. I got it for $40 off of eBay, which is a fantastic price. And I'm just using the base model. I have no mods on it. I'm not doing like a 3D backplate or a AAA to AA converter to have a lighter battery. I mean, it's pretty fine as is. I might reduce the weight later, but it's a pretty awesome mouse. And I like the size of it. I prefer smaller mice just because I can move it around more, but that G305 I really like. And I can't wait to use it for pretty much the rest of eternity with this setup, and I'm fine with it not having any fancy RGB lights. I'm totally cool with that. And I want to quickly touch on the gaming mouse pad, because what I have here is cheap, affordable. It's 12 bucks. It's a Ktrio extended gaming mouse pad that has like some fine stitching around the outsides of it. It's pretty good, and I just want to give it a shout out because I think for the price, it does a pretty awesome job and it looks great with the setup. So if you want to look for an extended gaming mouse pad that's just plain and black, then look no further than that because there's no branding on it. And I want to quickly briefly touch on the UGREEN accessories that are on this desk setup. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 4-port USB header from UGREEN. I've had this actually in my old setup, and I've decided to bring it to the new one because I like having that USB hub on the desk that can just minimize any sort of cable or USB hassle with having to go behind my PC case and plugging stuff in. That's no longer an issue, which is awesome with that thing. And then also I have the USB Green Type-C charger for my laptop and my phone, which I could easily plug in from the setup and just start charging my laptop or phone right away. So I can have like a monitor and a laptop by my side. And of course, since that charger is kind of beefy, it's not gonna be running out of power anytime soon. So some really nice little accessories from UGREEN that can definitely make a big difference in your setup. And if you're actually interested in the charger that I'm showing, you can actually pick it up from UGREEN themselves with a discount for just this month of September. So if you want to check that out, there is a link to their charger at the top of the description. Next, I want to quickly talk about the audio because you guys may be curious about what I have behind me. So I have two Klipsch R14 AMP speakers hooked up to a Loxije A10 Class D amp. Now, you may be wondering why I'm hooking up these sort of speakers to a Class D amp. And the reason for that is, yes, it may not provide the most power, but I mean, I'm in a small room. I don't need tons of power, and I've seen good reviews on that speaker amp, so I think it's enough for those R14 Ms, but I'm not an audiophile, so I don't need anything crazy. For gaming, it does a great job, and for multimedia browsing, the audio quality is pretty crisp. I wouldn't be complaining since I got the speakers for $95 and the speaker amp for about $50. So say I didn't want to use those speakers, then I can totally use my Corsair Void Pros that I have actually right over there on my bookshelf. And that's actually from my old setup that I've decided to bring to this new one because those things are durable, they still work, and they're great for communicating with my teammates if I'm playing in PlanetSide 2 or something like that. So still using it because it's a great wireless gaming headset. And finally, I want to briefly talk about lighting because you guys might be wondering how I'm pulling off some of these lighting effects with my setup. So first, I have 3 Aukey RGB table lamps. These are given by Aukey. I got one of them right here, but I have 2 more on my B-roll desk right there, and they just provide an extra little set of lights for my filming, which is very cool. I really like the RGB lamp because whenever provided with like other RGB lights, it provides a really nice mixture that I think makes the setup look kind of cool in certain scenarios, especially in the dark. So if you need a simple little table lamp, definitely check that one out. And for my actual shelves, I have some AIBOO RGB under cabinet lights for each of these shelves right here, where you have my different props, my boxes, my sort of stuff like that. And I can change the color. It's pretty neat, nothing too crazy. And then I do actually have some RGB lamps that are behind my speakers that I will be showing on camera, but unfortunately in certain scenarios, they show to have some flickering whenever I'm recording. So while I'm actually using them in person, I'll have them on, but on video, I think I'll have them off because they'll just be flickering in the background and that won't look good for videos. And now to close out this video, I want to briefly touch on the IKEA accessories that I'm using for the main desk behind me. So for the actual countertop, I'm using a 74-inch IKEA EKBACKEN colored in concrete, and I'm really surprised with the detail and quality of this countertop. Like, I mean, when you think of countertops, you think of like kitchen countertops that are laminate and are boring, but this concrete countertop, it's got detail. It's like high definition. I'm surprised. Like, it looks like a concrete countertop, and it's gonna look great for shots too if I'm doing a sort of close-ups that need a gray desk, right? I think it's a pretty good combo, and it works well with the setup, and it's sitting on top of two IKEA Alex drawers. And right next to them, I have two FLYSTA shelves, and they aren't completely assembled. I do have some apartments on the FLYSTA shelves that don't have the middle column in the middle, but I do have a few that do have it just to provide some extra sort of spice to the shelves, because previously I just had them flat in my old apartment with no middle divider, but now I have a little bit of more personality to them, and they look great with the RGB lighting that's on them as well. So that is it for the full setup, and you may be asking, what about the PC? Well, I'm saving that for its own video because it's special and it deserves that. But regardless, hopefully what I provided to you guys today has been more or less informative on what's been going on for the last month and why it's taken so long to create everything that you see here. So again, I want to give a huge thank you to the sponsors who've helped make the main desk as well as the other desks in this studio setup possible, and just a big welcome to all you guys who are watching these videos again and revisiting the channel. And basically, I want to make a commitment that you're going to be seeing high quality tech videos from now on, since I have a dedicated studio space. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it enough, then totally feel free to subscribe to the channel, since I'm going to be making a lot of videos now in this super cool setup. And again, thank you so much for watching, and this is the ScatterVolt channel signing out.